Hello there, mysterious person behind the screen. We are back with another Bond commentary. I'm once again joined by Isaac.
Hello, everyone.
And we are back doing Tomorrow Never Dies. So,
hmm
without further ado,
If you'd like to sync this up with your own copy of Tomorrow Never Dies, put the film to 0 and press play in 3, 2, 1, go.
so this one
Now
had
the
a
gun barrel coming up here. I think Brosnan is the best Bond actor to do it.
yeah, same here. I think he's great. I mean, he is my favorite Bond anyway, but like just his posture, the speed of his walk. I think he's just perfect in it in the gun barrel.
The only one that doesn't work in his era is Die Another Day because they
Yeah,
stupidly add the bullet.
I
It's
don't know
so
why.
tacky.
I know. I actually really like the CGI gun barrel and everything. It's like it perfectly updates the
Mm.
classic design, giving it a bit of life. Um,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, and this film had a bit of a troubled production. Uh,
It did, because I
yeah,
heard Pinewood, they couldn't use Pinewood Studios and they had to film it in Hertfordshire.
yeah, and there were script pages getting rewritten and like coming in on the day of shooting and everything, and it sounded like a bit
Oh,
of a
wow.
nightmare. Yeah, it sounded like a bit of a nightmare of a production, but I think it's the film itself is one of my favourites. Certainly, just sort of a basic comfort Bond film. So
Oh, yeah, definitely. This is
yeah,
my comfort Bond. If I just want to relax after a hard day's working or
mm,
de-stress, I put this on because it doesn't require you to think a lot, but sometimes a Bond film doesn't have to. You can just sit back and enjoy the story,
yeah,
and this is perfect for it.
yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's just basic, good fun. I think, and the fact that there was such a troubled production and it ended up being a lot of fun anyway. I think it's yeah,
Yeah, because when it comes to discussing the Brosnan era, I often hear talk about GoldenEye and Die Another Day. People
mm,
love GoldenEye for how much it reinvented Bond, and Die Another Day is, well, pretty much reviled by the franchise.
yeah,
But when it comes to this, and yeah, I'd argue the world is not enough, no one tends to talk about them. And I
yeah.
think Den of Geek, I read their review on this film, and they put it quite well. They said it's more or less the middle child. It's not as loved as GoldenEye, but it's not as reviled as Tomorrow Never Dies. No, sorry, Die Another Day.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's Brosnan's middle two films do sort of get left out, and I think unfairly so because both of them have a lot of good in them. I mean, The World Is Not Enough. I don't. I wish I liked it more, but I still think it's
Me
got.
too.
Yeah, I still think there's a lot of good stuff in it, and as I said, this is great. So it's a lot of people like to say, "Oh, the Brosnan era was terrible except for GoldenEye," and I really don't agree. Um,
No, definitely not. Not me either.
yeah, I think this one especially is quite overlooked.
But on the other hand, I can understand people maybe not liking this one because they may find it too generic and too safe for a Bond film.
Yeah, I understand that, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I just think it knows what it is and it does what it does well. Doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it just
Its budget is on screen clearly.
yeah, that's true.
And it's definitely a lot more colourful, I'd say, than GoldenEye, because GoldenEye
Mm,
was quite black and grey, which suited it for that film, but this one has a lot more colour to it, which I really appreciate,
yeah, I
especially the
agree.
title sequence.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's GoldenEye was definitely coming off the whole coming back after the Cold War thing, whereas this one kind of just gets into a groove and it gets into a colourful sort of uh, status quo.
There is a World War Three plot, but
Mm.
again, it's updated because now we've got fake news trying to cause World War Three,
Yeah, that's true.
which is depressingly relevant for today.
Yeah, that's the thing. This film is still really, you could make this film in 2020. Really,
And it'd work.
It'd exactly work. Yeah.
Yeah, I also heard Anthony Hopkins was considered for Elliot Carver, but yeah, he got very close to start filming with him, but then I think at the last minute they brought in Jonathan Pryce.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Pryce is good in the role. Actually, I think he's not.
So the only bad moment he has when he tries to imitate the karate, it's just like,
yeah,
no.
That's like
towards the end of the film.
Yeah, that's like something from a Johnny English film or something. That's really, yeah. This is actually one of my favourite pre-title sequences of the whole series.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, does it have anything to do with the overall film?
Not too much, really. No. But
yeah.
I think it just sets the tone that this is great, action and high-octane action, and Pierce is great as Bond in this bit. He just feels very confident in the role, so...
Mm-hmm. I think this is his best performance.
Yeah, I think... I flip-flop between this and The World Is Not Enough, maybe. I think he's really good in that, but... Yeah, I think this is very a confident performance from him.
Mm-hmm. That's what I really like about his era. They really tried to push the boundaries of 007. For example, in GoldenEye, you've got a former 00 agent who turns against MI6. In this one, he's reconnecting with an old flame who we've never seen before, but Bond has a connection to. And in The World Is Not Enough, you've got the Bond girl being the villain.
Yeah, I mean, the first three Brosnan films at least do try to do something different each time, and I think this one strikes the balance of trying to be different but also playing it a bit safe as well. Like, there's some really unique ideas in it for the series, but it's also quite generic, so I think it strikes that middle ground.
I know they offered this film to Martin Campbell, but apparently he said no.
Oh, interesting. I wonder, because Martin Campbell, obviously, I think he's the best director of the series, like doing GoldenEye and Casino Royale. That's a hell of a hit rate. So I wonder why he turned this one down.
I think because he felt that, I brought Bond back, I don't need to carry on with it.
Yeah. I think the direction's fine in this. I mean, I applaud Roger Spottiswoode for actually managing to make this film coherent, given how troubled the production was.
Yeah, because I've never seen any of Roger Spottiswoode's films.
Me neither.
Any other film he's made.
No, me neither.
But apparently he's Canadian.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that. I thought he was...
He could be, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There's also two Doctor Who actors in this. You've got Jeffrey Palmer and the guy playing M's assistant. I can't remember the character's name or the actor's name.
Colin Salmon is the actor.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was Dr. Noon in the Library two-parter.
He was, yeah.
And Jeffrey Palmer's been in The Silurians, The Mutants, and Voyage of the Damned.
Yes, yeah. I don't really recognise him in the when he was in the classic series. I think he looks so different then than he did when he was older. Pierce's pain face.
Burning pain.
The most egregious example of that is in World Is Not Enough when he's being tortured, and his face is just doing the.
Fierce Pierce.
Fierce Pierce.
In fact, I'd say the best villain that he faced was Mrs. Doubtfire. Think about it, she poisoned him in that film.
That's true. That's very true.
Oh, hello, Mr. Bond, dear. I've been expecting you.
Oh, hello.
As you can see, dear, I'm going to dominate the world with my brand new satellite, the GoldenEye satellite. I'll go get Danny. Wait there.
Cause a bit of World War Three, dear. No, apparently this song was a very late addition.
I heard,
Yeah, that for a long time they were going to go with the song that you hear over the end credits by K.D. Lang.
okay.
To the point where if you listen to the score for this film, a lot of the score uses the melody from the end credits song, which is Surrender. But for whatever reason, at the last minute, the powers that be decided to change it and get Sheryl Crow to do this song, which is
They did, yeah. Plus, also, this might be a controversial opinion, but this is my favourite song from the Brosnan era.
So I really like it actually. It might be my favourite, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because some purist Bond fans have been saying, "Oh, we haven't had a good Bond song since GoldenEye."
Yeah, I don't know. I think I do like the garbage track from World Is Not Enough, so that might be my favourite. But I think this is great.
I do as well.
I mean, a lot of purists really don't like it when the Bond series has sort of a modern sounding song, and it's like you kind of have to keep it relevant for the times. So I have no problem with sort of modernising the songs at all. I think this is great, and I know a lot of people would have preferred Surrender to be the main title song from the end credits and everything, but I think that one's great too. I think I think both are really good songs.
The stunt supervisor was called Dickie Beer.
Yeah.
That is one cool name.
Yeah, that is. I really like this title sequence as well. I think it's very unique.
Yeah. It's just weird what the girls are wearing. They're like they've got like stuff you find in the inside of laptops and computers.
Yeah.
How is that sexy?
I think it's
They're trying to cover up that they're naked.
I know, right? Yeah. This one box leaning in from the left just disappears just before we get to the. Like you don't often see like X-ray. Like it's a cool aesthetic, I think. And this whole bit here with the diamonds around her neck is actually based off a cut line from the film. In the original script, Carver describes his satellites as like diamonds around a woman's neck. But that line was cut from the film, unfortunately.
Plus, wasn't this the last film that Albert Broccoli oversaw?
Yes, I believe just before the credits start, there's a dedication to him.
Yeah, because I think the last thing he did was cast Brosnan as Bond.
Yeah.
And, yeah, did he die like what midway or something through production?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he ever got to have much of a sort of say in the production of this. I'm not clear on that, but yeah, end of an era in many ways.
It was, yeah. And I think this is the only Brosnan film that didn't open at #1 when it was at the box office.
Yeah.
A certain film called Titanic was out that year.
Yeah, it kind of got eaten by that, didn't it? Which is a shame.
I'm glad it didn't bomb because it still made a lot of money.
Well, that's the thing. With the exception of GoldenEye, I think these films came out. The Brosnan films came out in really packed years. Because 1999 you had The Matrix and Star Wars Episode 1, as well as The World Is Not Enough.
Yeah.
2002 with Die Another Day you had Spider-Man, and they came out in quite Lord of the Rings, yeah, Harry Potter, yeah, they came out in quite. There was a lot of competition in the years that these Brosnan films came out.
I mean, I think it's funny that this wasn't the title sequence because...
Yeah. I,
Because it's quite similar to something like You Only Live Twice or The Spy Who Loved Me, where precious equipment or a
yeah,
precious vessel gets stolen or destroyed, and it creates tension between two nations.
I guess it's just because Bond isn't really involved with it. Maybe they wanted Bond to have
Yeah,
an active role
true.
in the pre-titles, and
Yeah, because from knowledge, I think one of the few ones where he's not in the pre-titles is Live and Let Die,
that's very true.
and it was
God,
Roger's very first film.
yeah, I've never thought about that. Because I think in most films he's involved in some way in the pre-titles. I'm trying to think which ones don't have him.
I love this machine they have.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
I love when they're operating it. Mr. Stamper says, "Let's go upstairs." And yeah, again we have a big hulking henchman.
Yeah, that's again, it's another classic sort of element. This film has just got a lot of classic elements of the franchise. I also appreciate that the Brosnan films do try and create some sort of recurring continuity, and not like an overbearing one. Like it's not like the Daniel Craig era where you need to have seen the previous films to understand what's going on.
Yeah,
But there are characters crossover. Like you've got Joe Don Baker's character in this, Jack Wade. And in The World Is Not Enough, they bring back Michael Kitchen, who played Tanner in Goldeneye and everything. So I like that they try and weave some things together subtly but effectively, I think.
and also with Colin Salmon, making him M's assistant, they tried to
Mm.
expand the cast of
Yeah,
MI6.
true.
And you could argue they're doing that now with the Craig era, because Moneypenny and Q, especially Inspector, they got time to shine.
Yeah, that's one of the things I really like about Spectre, actually, is how much the MI6 crew are involved, and they have their own... It feels like a proper team, which is nice.
Hmm.
This scene's really quite sort of tragic.
It is quite, yeah, it is grim.
The slow motion there with the choir and everything, that was quite...
And then they all get gunned down when
Yeah.
they escape the ship. It's really grim. It's worse than another film that involved a shipwreck that came out that year.
Oh, God.
The title of the film was originally going to be called Tomorrow Never Lies, but it ended up
Mm.
being a typo. There was a typo, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's something... Again, it was one of those last-minute changes, and... again, in the original song, Surrender, the lyrics are Tomorrow Never Lies, and she says Tomorrow Never Dies, and she says Tomorrow Never Lies, so...
Yeah, well, I think Tomorrow Never Dies is a stronger title.
Yeah, it is as well, but I don't know. I think both work, but
The Ultimate Edition DVD was rated a 15, wasn't it? And for the Blu-ray, it's
Yes.
a 12.
Yeah, I believe for
Did
the...
they make any cuts to the Blu-ray, or is it
No,
just the same?
I believe the Blu-ray's uncut, but I think it was just the BBFC reclassifying it and being a bit more relaxed. I know for a long time there were cuts to it, in a similar fashion to GoldenEye. I think a lot of the DVDs were cut, but I believe the Blu-ray's uncut. I can't imagine that it would be cut at all. Because they the BBFC reclassified Empire Strikes Back recently, didn't they?
I think so, yeah. Is it now a PG?
They bumped it up to a PG, and they've bumped up Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring to a 12.
Yeah, and the Phantom Menace. I remember the DVD was a PG, but the Blu-ray is now apparently a U.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That is weird.
Well, I think it's with Empire Strikes Back, it's the first time in years that the original trilogy hasn't had completely U ratings.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, here we go. The original UK release received various cuts to scenes of violence and martial arts weaponry.
Okay.
And then further cuts were made to the video and DVD release. But since the Ultimate Edition DVD, it's been uncut.
Okay.
It's just that for the Blu-ray, the BBFC downgraded it to a 12.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Pryce is great in this.
Yeah, I think he is. He puts a lot of energy into his performance, I think. He's very sort of charismatic and...
It's a shame he has never been the Master in the actual Doctor Who series.
Yeah, because he's great in Curse of Fatal Death.
Yeah. Yeah, he makes, it took me 300 years to climb out of those sewers, and then I found my TARDIS and got back the minute you pushed me in. He makes that line sound so threatening. Right, every time you watch Brosnan's films, you'll notice he has 3 shags in each one. This is shag number 1 for Tomorrow Never Dies. GoldenEye, he's with that woman at the start. I mean, then the second one, if you can call it that, he gets it on with Xenia on the top. And then finally he has Natalia.
That's true. I never thought about
Well,
that.
there's not enough. He shags that doctor to get him on a mission.
God, yeah, he does.
Second shag, it's Electra King. Then finally Christmas Jones.
Oh, that's very true. What about Die Another Day?
Maybe that's the exception.
Maybe that's the exception.
Also, yes, Samantha Bond is Mrs. Wormwood in the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yeah, she is. I met her a few months ago before coronavirus happened. At a
that was lucky.
yeah, I met her at a Comic-Con. She was very nice.
Ah, good.
I don't know what's going on with her nails in this though. Like they're massive, and it's become a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's become a bit of a joke over the years, but they're weirdly huge in this film. She's...
Always were a cunning linguist. Good luck explaining that to your kids' parents.
Yeah. I think she's great as Moneypenny though. I think she's
She is, yeah.
I think she's a great sort of modern version of what Lois Maxwell did. Really, I don't think anyone really has a problem with her as Moneypenny, from who I've spoken to. Also, Judi Dench is my favourite M as well. So
Yeah, definitely, she's fantastic.
she is. She obviously she's so good that she transcended 2 different timelines for Bond.
That's true.
I
Yeah,
think
there's even a joke in Casino Royale where she says, "Christ, I miss the Cold War."
yeah, I think it was really brave of them to bring back M for Casino Royale, to bring back Judi Dench, because that. I imagine that would have confused some casual viewers, but. And Judi Dench always seems to be really like up for well, when she was playing the role, she always seemed very sort of enthusiastic about the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was always coming back. You know, most of the time she'd reprise the role in the games and stuff and do the voice. So it's nice that she was so sort of enthusiastic about embracing it.
Yeah, definitely. She's one of Britain's greatest actresses.
Yeah, absolutely. She's great. Is that the guy who writes Downton Abbey? Or is that me being...
Where?
The guy with
What,
the...
him?
Yeah.
Is it Julian Fellows who does Downton
Yeah,
Abbey?
is that Julian Fellows? Or is that me being stupid? Let's have a look. Yeah, it is him.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, he also wrote the ITV drama Titanic, which was more or less Downton Abbey, but on
a boat.
an ocean liner. Heck, there was no reason to set it on the Titanic until they say, oh, look, there's an iceberg
There's an
there.
iceberg.
She mentions the PM there, but they don't explicitly say who it
Yeah.
is. And I think it's pretty clever for the Bond franchise to do that, so they don't age horribly.
Yeah, same. They never really... I mean, the only time they do is obviously Margaret Thatcher in For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah, imagine at the end of No Time to Die. It ends with Theresa May, but then they realise, oh shit, she's left now. Quick, get Boris Johnson in.
I like that Moneypenny's just sat at this little makeshift desk in the front of that car.
Yeah, imagine Bond speaking to Boris Johnson. Ah, well done, Mr. Bond. Now, just remember, get Brexit done.
Get Brexit done. Yeah. So I think most fans can agree that what this does do better than GoldenEye is the music.
Yeah, the music for GoldenEye, it felt like it was still trapped in the 80s with synthesizers.
Yeah, I quite like it, but I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I much prefer the score here with David Arnold doing the music.
Yeah, because again, he updates the score for a modern setting, but keeps true to it.
Yeah.
So there's no Q laboratory scene. Did he literally follow? Did he come with Bond just to give him gadgets?
Probably. Shouldn't
he have got his gadgets before he?
Good old Desmond Llewellyn. He's still going on. He's looking quite old here, but you can tell he's still having a great time. Now, if you look in the background of this scene, there's a jaguar in a cage.
Really?
Yep, look behind Q. Oh, maybe it's gone there, but you could see it in
Oh dear.
There it is.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Yeah, there's just a jaguar in a cage. That's from a deleted scene. And they make this whole joke about Q gets the wrong box, it's meant for another agent or something, and they make this whole joke about, oh, is this my new car, the Jaguar? You know. But it's just funny to me that the part of that scene is still in the film. It's just a random Jaguar in the background.
I do like Bond's car in this,
Yeah, me too.
but I'm just not a fan of it being remote control because as much as I like the action scene that's coming up with it involved, I think it'd be a bit better if Bond was actually driving.
Yeah, me too. But I think it makes for quite a unique feature, and like the action sequence later on is a lot of fun. Like him controlling it and stuff. It's a lot of fun. I think. So I think it's quite
Yeah.
cool. I think this scene's quite fun as well, where it stops just before hitting Bond and Q. Great British Beef Baron. I really like this delivery of the James Bond line that we're going to get in a minute. I think that's done well with like the camera zooming in on him and stuff.
Definitely. Yeah, I like Terry Hatcher as Paris Carver, who we're about to see.
Yeah, I think she's. I mean, to be honest, I do think that this should have been Pam Bouvier from License to Kill.
Oh, that could have been a good idea.
A lot of
yeah.
people have said that. I mean, the two most common ones I've heard is this could have been either a recast Sylvia Trench or Pam Bouvier from License to Kill. I think it works either way, but it would have been nice to have that little bit of continuity, especially because GoldenEye does establish that License to Kill happened. They reference him going rogue and stuff, so it's not like it's out of continuity. But yeah, I think Terry Hatcher does a good job with what she's given.
Didn't they hate each other?
Pardon?
Her and Pierce Brosnan. Didn't Terry Hatcher and Pierce Brosnan dislike each other?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I could have just heard that somewhere, but
No, maybe it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Pierce Brosnan is an odd character. I don't know if you during lockdown he did a watch along of GoldenEye, and it was.
Oh, I did not see that.
Yeah, no, he did it. He live streamed it on a YouTube channel somewhere, and it was very awkward.
Oh, cool.
It was very awkward. He was just sat there, looking through questions that people were answering and just going, "Well, I'm not answering that. That's a very silly question." And he was just like, "I wish I wasn't watching this along with you guys, so I could fast forward this bit." Like he was just, he was just being really. I don't remember this scene. It's just, it was a bizarre thing. It should be still on YouTube if you want to like look through it, but it's
I mean, yeah, I'll definitely look that up.
Yeah.
I had no idea he did a watch along.
He's admitted before that he can't remember, apart from GoldenEye, all of his films kind of blend into one, and he can't remember which one's which. So he's
Fair enough. I know he could have been the narrator for Thomas the Tank Engine
Oh
because
god.
he narrated a Thomas movie in 2008 called The Great Discovery, and
Oh yeah.
they interviewed him about it, and I think he said, "Oh, I'm planning to take over as the narrator," but he never did. They
Oh.
just used the old narrator, Michael Angelis. I mean, the rule of Thomas is if you're a narrator, you've got to be a Scouser.
Yeah, there's no place for Irishmen in Thomas. That's the thing. Pierce Brosnan, he what, especially in The World's Not Enough, he almost has this American twang to his accent. Like
Yeah, he
there's that
does.
bit where he goes, "Name's Bond, James Bond." And it's like he has a really odd accent.
He's pretty funny in the Treehouse of Horror episode. He
Yeah.
appears in as the house. Don't take out my British charm unit. Without it, I'm nothing but a boorish American clod. Thanks a lot, ass wipe.
He was Remington Steele, right? Yes, I was Marge.
Well, they make a joke about that because Bart says, "Hey, how about 007?" And Marge says, "George Lazenby."
What do you think of Wei Lin?
I think she's good. Yeah,
Hmm.
I tend to forget about her a bit because yeah, she is quite good. I think it's because, especially going through these films week by week, you start to notice the
Yeah,
similarities.
that's true.
Because I noticed she's quite similar to Anya in The Spy Who Loved Me. She's on a mission for her government
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, but she
She
works pretty well with Brosnan.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, when Die Another Day tries to do essentially the same character with Jinx, I'm always just left thinking, well, we had this, and she was only in one film. Like Wei Lin is a better version of that character from Die Another Day.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think she's great. I could have done without the romantic element, but it's a Bond film. I guess there has to be one. But
Well, I mean, yeah, you could have had that romantic element with Paris Carver.
yeah, I don't. The whole love story between Bond and Wei Lin always seemed a bit tacked on to
I
me.
suppose they wanted, yeah, I suppose they wanted to be a Bond girl, but also an action equal to Bond.
Yeah.
In Soviet Russia, the soundproof room hears you.
This is quite brutal, to be fair. That beating Bond up in the soundproof room, it's quite cool. It's
Yeah. Plus, I love the look of Carver's HQ. It's just it's what I meant about the film being very bright and colourful compared to GoldenEye.
yeah, very much so. But it's also like the choice of color that is used. It's quite industrial as well. Like it's kind of
Definitely.
yeah, it has that industrial sort of sheen to it. That's quite dark as well. The guy just watching TV while in the background Bond's being beaten up.
All he had to do was move out of the way.
Yeah. World domination.
Because I just noticed he tried to beat up that guy with a cello.
Oh yeah. Nothing to declare.
One of my favourite fight scenes is in Spectre when he's in the skiing resort.
Yes.
He beats both of them up, or obviously carries on with his mission, but the guy gets back up and he just goes, "No, stay."
Stay. Yeah, I
It's like,
love
I can't be asked to fight you, just stay there.
that. I loved. I know it's slightly off topic, but I love Daniel Craig in Spectre. I know that's kind of sin to say anything positive about Spectre on the internet nowadays, but I think he's great in Spectre. He's classic James Bond.
He is, yeah, and that's what that film feels like as well. Pretty much classic James Bond.
Yeah.
Is it me, or did everyone have really short hair in the 90s?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all very sort of. You're fired.
Release the Holmes.
Release that. Oh, Mr. Burns is a Bond villain, please.
Oh, Smirnoff the vodka, that is vile.
He's quite serious in this, Brosnan. At a lot of points, he is quite sort of more serious than he say he was in Goldeneye. Oh, voice crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he plays when spoilers Paris dies. I think he plays that quite well. I really like how he plays that sort of grief.
Yeah, because there's no dialogue. It's all in Brosnan's facial expressions.
Yeah. I mean, what I really like about Jonathan Pryce in this is you always feel like him as a character is always really, really angry, but he's so calm, but you feel like he could absolutely snap at any moment.
Yeah, true.
He does.
He's not so much as a physical threat to Bond. It's the power he has. Because I mean, he's almost like Blofeld, where he doesn't really do any of the dirty work. He just lets his minions do everything.
Yeah. And like he's always so calm, but like at any moment he will just sort of start shouting and like get really sort of angry, and it's quite it's cool.
Who would you say the worst Bond villain is?
Dominic Green isn't great, but I don't think he's like.
Yeah, mainly because of how bland he is.
Yeah, exactly. He's just a bit of a weasel, really, isn't he? He's not really. There's nothing really special about him. He's just a bit of a dick.
Yeah, his plan's boring. Even his name's boring.
Yeah.
Dominic Green sounds like some activist for the environment.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't think. For all the series ups and downs, I think they've always had pretty good villains. I don't think there's ever been one that's. There's never been one where I've been like, oh, they've jumped the shark with that villain, you know. I know a lot of people have problems with Blofeld in Spectre, but that's more because of the whole brothers thing than I think him.
Yeah, I think that's stupid.
Yeah, it is. Because they shouldn't be brothers. It just takes, and the whole reasoning as well is, oh, Daddy loved you more than me. You know, it's just like.
You took the plot from Scream 3
Yeah.
and tried to translate it to a Bond film. Also, another interesting thing about the Brosnan films, from this film to Die Another Day, didn't the Austin Powers movies come out the same year as each one?
Um, I think so.
Yeah.
That's very interesting, actually, because they very much were they were spoofing the '60s era, like straight up.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah. So this guy here, I believe he's played by Ricky Jay.
hmm
I think this is one of those. This is one of those weird things where he said he would only do the film if he could do some of his card tricks in it.
Oh, okay.
And I believe a lot of that got deleted. So it's like, yeah, you can't exactly back out the film now. We've shot all the material. You didn't tell you we weren't going to use it. Yeah, like Jonathan Pryce, he looks really angry, but he's trying to mask it with
Yeah.
with calmness. Like it's a very creepy and sinister.
Yeah, for the most part, Elliot Carver is a really great villain.
Yeah,
As we said earlier, the worst moment is the stupid
yeah,
karate
that
movies.
is. It is like something from a spoof. So, is it Doctor Kaufman in this? The assassin guy?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
Vincent Schiavelli again, who we mentioned in Batman Returns.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
he's the guy with
Okay.
the machine gun, the minigun in the present. Again, he's been in loads of things. He pops up in so much. This is a really fun sequence as well. Like this is just sort of a sort
Yeah,
of
it's a great action scene.
yeah, it's a nice and bright, fun little set piece. All this printing press stuff.
This was also the 35th anniversary film, technically.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, same way that The Spy Who Loved Me was the 25th one.
Oh no, that was Living
Oh
Daylights.
yeah, Living Daylight. Sorry. God, Living Daylights was 10 years before this. That's weird to think, considering it's only a couple of films.
That's true, yeah, it just shows how long the gap
Yeah,
was.
it was the big gap between License to Kill and Goldeneye, wasn't it? Because of all the legal troubles and the
hmm
real world circumstances impacting on the series. That gadget. I've been replaying a lot of the Brosnan era Bond games recently. The games love that gadget, that little electric stunner thing in his phone. It's in pretty much all of them.
I've never played any of his games, but I went to an arcade once, last month with my cousin, and they actually had it on a Nintendo 64, the GoldenEye
Oh, the
game.
GoldenEye game,
So
yeah.
yeah, I
Um,
managed to play the first level. It was quite good.
yeah, I've been playing the sort of the GameCube era ones, so like the ones with original stories. And some of them are pretty damn good. Like there's one Nightfire, which it's got Pierce Brosnan's likeness but not his voice. But it's a really good like original story and stuff. There's one with Willem Dafoe in it as the main villain, and they've got Willem Dafoe actually doing the voice and stuff, and he's doing this Russian accent. Yeah, it's a shame we've not had a Bond game in. Well,
I'm just imagining the Green Goblin with a Russian accent. First, we attack his heart.
out am I?
Finish it.
The itsy bitsy
Vis-a-vis,
spider.
vis-a-vis. That's what you've chosen. I offered you friendship, and you spat in my face.
Or we could destroy. Cause the deaths of countless innocents again and again and again until we're both dead. I know a lot of people have a problem with this, in that this film is very much it's pretty much straight up action. And it gets
Yeah.
at the end, Brosnan dual wielding machine guns and stuff. A lot of people say it's too much action and not enough sort of spy work, but I don't know. I don't have a problem with it really.
Well, I like it because the action, particularly in the Brosnan films, has aged really well.
Yes, it has.
Because they're still using practical effects.
Yeah, it's all very well shot and everything. I love that little look of annoyance. But yeah, no, pretty much all of the Brosnan era Bond films, even Die Another Day, I think, have really solid action sequences. We get a really cool variant of the Bond theme in a minute as he escapes this place. And it's one of my favourite Bond theme sort of variants.
Yeah, it's when he's driving the the BMW, isn't he?
I think I'm not sure if it's played during that. The bit I'm talking about is when he's getting out of this build. I think he's sliding along the floor. I'll point it out when we get to it. Ooh. A better.
Brosnan felt so natural when it came to the quips.
Yes, yeah. A better quip there would have been. Guess we know what's white, black, and red all over. Yeah, it's here. This bit. I really love this version of the Bond theme.
Yeah, it's great.
I also love how stylish he's just been through all that, slid under the door, and he's just immediately sort of back, running through the streets looking like really suave and stylish. I think it's great.
Plus, his suit is a bit like the 10th Doctor's.
That's very true.
Yeah. He didn't even park the car
Yeah, I
properly.
was gonna say he's not parked it very well.
I mean, even I can park better than
Yeah.
James Bond. He's parked it right across the lines.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
This is the last film where he uses the Walther PPK.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah, because
that.
he gets the Walther P99 later, and then that becomes the standard gun for the remainder of Brosnan's era.
Oh, okay.
He gets it when him and Wei Lin are sort of preparing for the final battle. So yeah, another end of an era, because that gun's been used since Connery's era.
What a I like how she's covered in a red blanket to symbolise basically blood.
Yeah, it's true. And like I said, Brosnan plays this really well. Here he is. I think Vincent Schiavelli is as the Dr. Kaufman. I think he's great.
His eyes look really bulgy.
Yeah, this is,
Look like they're about to pop
he's got such
out.
a distinct look to him. I like how it's intercut with them trying to get into the car as well. Like this is a classic sort of Bond thing of the bad guys trying to get into his car and it just not working out for them. They makes me laugh. They've
They
tried.
keep touching
Yeah,
it.
they've tried touching it, and they keep being surprised that it's shocking them.
It's like when Bart's trying to get the cupcakes that are
Yeah.
electrified. Ow! Ow! Ow!
I like that he's got a bit of sort of comedy, a bit of character to him. I really like this cold kill coming up.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's very dark.
But the way he gets shot in the head, it almost looks like as if it's been edited.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, I'm trying to watch it now. It's...
Yeah, just a little bit
Yeah, because
there.
it kind of cuts away quite abruptly. Yeah,
Hmm
well. I am surprised because I don't think that was one of the scenes that the BBFC wanted changed, but I am surprised because they're always like they always object to like good guy characters doing morally ambiguous things.
hmm
Yeah, I think this is a really fun action sequence.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
Brosnan just looks like he's having a blast doing it. Like, it looks like he's just...
Looks like he's playing on his PSP.
Looks like a little kid in the back seat.
Are we there yet, man? I need the toilet. Dad, can you stop at Flickies? No. Yeah, I do like how claustrophobic it is, because it's not like in an open field or on an open road. It's in a it's in a car park, basically.
Yeah, it's very sort of
It's really
claustrophobic.
cool.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's a nice change of pace, because a remote control car you could easily do a lot with in like the open environments, but the re-inflating tires are a bit...
Yeah, how would that work? Do they have regeneration powers?
It's a Bond film. Let's just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear the surrender song in the music here. You can hear the like that whole melody. It's... And again, a really cool version of the Bond theme. David Arnold is just great.
Yeah, he is a great composer. Yeah. Did he do Casino Royale?
He did, yeah.
Did he do Quantum?
I don't know. I think so.
Because I know he didn't do Skyfall or Spectre.
Yeah, that was Thomas Newman. I think he might have done Quantum, because I know Vesper's theme is brought back for that one. Yeah, it is. It's David Arnold doing Quantum of Solace. That was the last one he did.
And Bond in his Navy uniform outfit.
Yeah. And here's Jack Wade from GoldenEye. I always forget he's in this. Always forget he's in this. It's cool they brought him back.
To do with the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. I say bring back Sheriff J.W. Pepper. And again, I always forget about this bit. This whole bit here is it just seems to sort of disappear from my mind every time I watch it.
Yeah, I'd say this is where the film does sag a bit,
Yeah,
because it kind of comes a bit out of nowhere.
yeah, especially because there's not really a break between the action sequence that we've just had and this one. It sort of goes straight into the parachute
Yeah.
jump.
hmm
Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam.
He didn't even say goodbye.
Sounds like he's drunk.
Yeah, it does. The sound design's quite cool here, though. To be fair.
Mhm.
And again, it's that thunderball thing of you take something you take something underwater, and the pace of it just slows down to a bit of a crawl.
Yeah, underwater action scenes don't work.
No. I mean, the thing is, it looks cool. That's the thing. Like, it looks really cool. Like, I like seeing the, the photography underwater and everything. But it's just, yeah, it's
But seeing the dead bodies, it's a bit like in Jaws when they find that destroyed boat with the dead body in
yeah,
it.
that's true. This reminds me of the sequence in For Your Eyes Only, where they go down underwater as well.
Yeah, they look for the sunken
Yeah,
ship.
and in that actually they weren't actually underwater. They were all the bubbles from the air tanks were all placed in after the fact, optically,
Oh, okay.
because the actress who played the Bond girl in that couldn't do underwater scenes because she had sinus problems. So they just
Oh.
they just filmed them both on a big sound stage, and made them move really slowly and like slowed the film down, and then put the bubbles on optically afterwards, which is really cool, and you'd never notice.
Mhm.
So, in You Only Live Twice, Bond mentions that he's got a first in Oriental languages. Yet in this film, we see later on that he doesn't know how to type in in what is it? Chinese, Japanese. So
He was skiving. He was skiving from lessons that day.
having them attached to each other as well is really quite inventive for sequences coming up, like with the
Yeah, especially with the bike
yeah, it's
chase.
really cool.
Apparently, the director told both of them separately to get on the bike and start driving. So when you see them in a bit fighting over, no, get off the bike. No, I'm getting on. No, I'm getting on. That was genuine,
Oh, that's
apparently.
cool. That is cool, to be fair, because it does feel quite natural. Again, he's still Commander James Bond, Navy outfit. It's something that the franchise does seem to forget nowadays. But like you said the other week, he is listed as Commander Bond in Skyfall. So
Mhm.
is he actually typing anything there, or is he just doing that thing of just waving your hand around and pressing any of the buttons to make it look like you're typing fast?
Yeah, no one can type that quickly.
Empire Strikes Back reference.
Mhm.
Yeah, this whole thing is scarily relevant. It's
It
it's
is,
honestly
yeah.
kind of freaky, actually. Because I know this film in recent years it's undergone quite a reappraisal from people who go back to it and just realise, Jesus, this is insanely relevant to today's
I think
society.
it's because of the I think it's because of the advent of social media.
Yeah,
Everyone can share news now, and whether it's true or not.
well, exactly. Fake news, isn't it?
It's like it's like what Lisa says in The Simpsons. You can't put that on the internet. You don't even know if it's true. That that stops people
Yeah,
today.
exactly. I mean, you get so many. I mean, just look at minor things like Doctor Who rumours that apparently are true, and then you know.
Lawrence, what's
Oh,
his
Lawrence
Lawrence? What's his
Fox.
name?
Jesus Christ.
Oh
Oh,
God.
seeing that fan art actually makes me gag. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
Oh, literally the worst person you could cast.
The thing is, right, we accept everyone's views, which is why we want this
Oh,
Doctor,
Jesus.
who is supportive of our views, to be the next Doctor.
It's ridiculous.
We never judge by appearance, but if I see a black actor, I start questioning how they got the role. And they were only cast because of the colour of their skin, because it can't be for anything else.
Diversity hire. It's ridiculous. I'm not racist. You're literally calling anyone who isn't white a diversity hire and classifying them only by that. What you? There's no like.
And it scares me. If there's that much diversity in film and TV, what's it like in the real world? This whole going down the building, it does remind me a bit of Partners in Crime.
Yeah, it does.
You know, when Donna's hanging from the lift thingy.
Yeah, that's true. Like going up, but yeah. I like that they are both genuinely terrified about this, though.
Yeah.
Like, they're both screaming. Like, you usually expect James Bond to be, like, really, like, calm and composed.
Mm-hmm. I would.
I just like that they're both absolutely shitting themselves. Makes a nice change of pace.
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah, me too. Makes a nice change of pace. Though, to be fair, that banner would just rip. Like, they'd just be falling.
Yeah,
That wouldn't stop at the bottom. They'd just be completely gone.
Yeah, here comes the bike scene. Yeah, because he says, "What are you doing?"
They work really well together, I think.
They do, yeah.
I'm slipping. I wonder if that was intentional. Yeah, like this is the stunt work in this is really quite impressive, to be fair.
It is really good.
Yeah, it's not like it's the most spectacular stunt or the most sort of high octane one, but it's just really impressive that what's being done. Like it's cool.
Yeah, it always gets me pumped whenever I watch it. That's what a Bond action scene should do.
Yeah. Also, Pierce Brosnan went a bit Darth Vader then. What?
I have you now. The force is strong with this one. Several fighters have broken off from the main group. Come with me.
All this is great as well. The rooftop stuff. It's really lots of fun. It's really great.
Yeah, it is great.
Keep your shirt on. Again, I'm surprised how coherent this all is, given that how troubled the production was. It's impressive.
Very, yeah.
Most impressive.
Most impressive. Only your hatred can destroy me.
I am your father. No, that's not true. That's impossible. Then maybe you shouldn't be living here.
Don't they duck under the blades or something? Is that in this film? Or do they just
I think they just go over it.
Yeah.
I still think it's hella impressive though. It's
Yeah.
I just like the random woman in the thing as well. Just goes back to shagging. It's just like, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's carry on.
Oh, it's just a guy being chased on a motorbike by Range Rovers and a helicopter. I see it every day.
If this were a Roger Moore film, he probably would have got off the bike and just tried to charm her or something.
I mean, I feel sorry for all these people. They're getting their flats and apartments destroyed because of him.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool. Again, a really impressive stunt.
Yeah, I swear it's this one where they go under the helicopter blades.
I think it is actually. Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah, they obviously survive it, but in reality they'd be...
Oh yeah, they'd be destroyed.
Yep.
Never. Never say never again. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, here we go. This is kind of stupid, but...
It's awesome, though. It's cool to look at.
Yeah. The helicopter doesn't move, it doesn't turn around. It just literally waits for them to attach that to the back.
The dummies in that were quite obvious as well. Watching it on Blu-ray, you can see the dummies in the seats.
What's that scene on The Simpsons? Hey, wait, that's not a dummy. This exhibit is closed.
I like that line. Swish your hair, Pierce. This scene is like something out of a Bruce Lee film or something.
Oh yeah,
It's really like it's cool martial arts though.
Do you think this is what got it the 15 rating with the martial
Yeah,
arts?
because the BBFC in the 90s were really like they were really funny about martial arts because they really thought that people were going to be trying to hurt themselves by mimicking this and stuff.
Yeah, it is odd, especially when it comes to Doctor Who DVDs.
Oh god, yeah.
Attack of the Cybermen is a U.
Yeah.
But the Daleks is a 12.
I'm interested to see when the inevitable season 22 Blu-ray comes out. What?
Yeah, because the funny thing is, in Australia, I think Attack of the Cybermen and the Ambassadors of Death, they're rated an M.
Yes.
Which is for mature, and that's basically a 15 over there.
It's absolutely mental. But the thing is, you see
Attack of the Cybermen. Attack of the Cybermen has the same rating as Torchwood.
Well, you see DVDs with Doctor Who because they get classified based on the special features as well. So, like the Dalek,
they do, yeah.
So it's interesting. A lot of the time, that can be quite misleading.
Yeah, because I've seen the studio recordings for Time Flight, and that's probably what got it a 12.
Yeah.
There's so much bleeped language in that. I mean, particularly in Tom's era, during the Graham Williams era.
How long?
I've seen one from Sharda where a production assistant, I think, just says, sorry, somebody banged the door, and Tom just yells, oh, who the fuck banged the door?
How long, K9? Insufficient data? Yeah, you never fucking know the answer when it's important.
I love that.
I love the really long, I think it's from the Pirate Planet, where Tom's doing this big speech, and halfway through he just goes, oh, fuck it!
I've not seen that.
Oh, it's on YouTube somewhere, I think. That's where I've seen it anyway. And I think Mary Tam, she just looks like, oh, for God's sake. She's just so like...
One of my favourites is from Survival by Sylvester McCoy.
Oh God, yeah.
Will you fucking stay still, you idiots? I know how many times I'm gonna tell you not to move.
You moved.
The fury of the Time Lord.
I think that a lot of them have said since that was literally just they were just all completely like out of it because of how hot it was. And they were just so like...
Yeah, it was like... it's one of the hottest summers on record.
And especially Sylvester McCoy wearing a jumper. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Couldn't have got him into a Hawaiian waistcoat like you did with Colin and the Two Doctors.
Yeah. First in Oriental languages and he can't type in Vietnamese.
Well, I got a B in maths and I still need a calculator to do basic sums.
Yeah, same here. It's the noise he makes. It's
like...
He's very camp when he says very novel as well. Very... He's so good. This is like Kevin McAllister's dream house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's the Walther P99, which just becomes the standard from now on. There's some really nice location work here. The scenery is very good.
It is, yeah.
I like this line about the right, decadent, corrupt Western agent. It's cool. The music like swells during that as well. It's really cool.
It is, yeah. I really like Carver's ship.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool design.
I like how you can go through it as well.
Yeah. It's quite a cool like villain's lair as well. Like it's a cool base of operations for him. And it fits with his character as well. Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of the old rejected designs for the Batmobile from like Batman Forever. Like those weird designs that H.R. Giger did.
The more phallic looking
Yeah,
ones.
exactly. Let the games begin.
That's a lovely, lovely voice.
Again, like he just keeps snapping and like yelling at the. There's a deleted scene here where one of his henchmen is asleep at their computers, and he just kills him. Like Carver just kills the guy straight up.
Ouch.
Delicious. Oh, he's such a villain. Is this where he does the karate thing? I think it is, isn't it? Oh, hang on. I think you've gone silent. Yep, I can't hear you. Okay, hang on. I can't actually hear you. Can we pause the film if you can hear me? Bear with us, guys. Can you hear me again?
Go.
Right, okay. We're back. So we've just missed the weird
The
karate chop
scene.
bit,
Yeah.
which is it's really bad.
Yeah. I mean, as you said, Carver killing one of his henchmen was cut, but that wasn't.
Yeah, I'd much rather see the henchman guy get killed than Carver do that. Maybe it's just to establish how much of an idiot he is. You still there?
Yeah, I'm
No,
still
there we
here.
go.
I was just saying, they say Elliot Carver's based on a Rupert Murdoch. Do you see that as well?
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, this whole thing of like almost right-wing media, it's very, and again, it's so prescient today. And this whole Rupert Murdoch thing, yeah, it is very, very prescient. I think we're having some technical difficulties now, but we're near the end, so we will power through.
We'll be fine.
We'll power through.
Yeah, be a bit more threatening if Bond's actually standing up. I know,
Yeah.
obviously they'd shoot him, but just doesn't look as cool when he's crouched
Yeah,
down like
agreed. But he has got someone like sort of hostage, so I guess it's kind of evens out.
Yeah.
It all evens out. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything really. It's a shame because they've kind of, I don't know, They sort of build him up, but he never really does anything.
Yeah.
So this is where the film just turns into an all-out action fest. Bond dual-wielding machine guns.
Goes bang, bang, boom,
bang,
boom.
bang, boom, boom.
But it's really cool.
Oh yeah, no, it's very cool. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the interior of the ship.
Yeah, it's cool. It's Oh god, that's Jason Watkins.
Oh yeah,
That's Jason Watkins. Oh, that's cool.
I actually played one of his characters in Inside Number 9 for my acting for media module at
Ah,
uni.
really? He's good. I like.
Yeah, we did the Bill one.
I've not actually seen Inside Number 9.
If you've seen that.
No, I need to watch it, but
Oh, I've only seen that episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll basically 4 men in a restaurant. They all argue about who pays the bill.
No, I like Jason Watkins though. He's I've seen him in a few things.
And he was in Nightmare in Silver.
Yeah,
well.
he was. He's a good actor. I mean, Inside Number 9. Yeah, it's been on my watch list for ages. I need to get to it. I do like me some anthology television, so. I mean, it is, this whole thing is very much reminiscent of something like The Spy Who Loved Me, with like the naval,
Definitely,
like the naval commanders and the naval ships and stuff. No, I'm not going to make a seaman joke, but
I think women and seamen don't mix.
We all know what you think.
I know how a Bond film should end. Stop a countdown by having every single person on Earth say his name. James Bond! James Bond! James Bond!
And then James Bond appears in a big blue light.
Yeah, he goes backwards from Daniel Craig to Sean Connery. You know what I'm gonna say, Blofeld. I forgive you.
It's good action though. This is the thing. It's not bad action.
Yeah.
It's just this final battle is so sort of like you said, bang bang boom boom.
Yeah. It's big and loud, but it's fun.
Exactly.
It's what you expect from a Bond
exactly.
film. Plus, I really like Carver's death coming up.
Yes, it's very cool, and I like the fact that you don't really see it. It's just sort of you hear the noises, and it's like, ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's killed by his own weapon, which is pretty cool.
It's very fitting for a Bond villain.
Yeah. Calvin Harris brought it up in his top 10 Bond villain deaths. It's a cool scene, but it's not like Carver can't just step out of the way, because it's not like Bond tied him or
That's the
handcuffed
thing.
him to the table.
Bond kind of leaves a bit early, and Carver's just there, like going,
Yeah.
Ah!
Like, just move out the way.
It's cool though. I dig it.
What kind of gun has that guy got?
Yeah. In many ways, this whole finale is like a more claustrophobic and condensed version of something like The Spy Who Loved Me. Like, it's just in a smaller setting.
It is, yeah. Not a big fan of the slow-mo shots.
Yeah, you can tell they were kind of done after the fact. And you kind of... Yeah, I always do... I do always get annoyed when I see slow-motion shots in things that were clearly done after the fact and have a really bad sort of frame rate and stuff. And look really jerky. Because it's just like, if you want something in slow motion, shoot it in slow motion. Sometimes it can't be avoided because sometimes you do just need to extend the shot because you don't have the material for it or stuff. But like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we haven't had really Bond and Wei-Lin like getting close. We've had a bit of flirty banter, but the kiss at the end comes a bit out of nowhere, I think.
Yeah, they work well as an action double act, but as a romantic act as well.
Yeah, no. I agree. Like I said, there's a bit of like flirty banter to it, but. Yeah, this drill bit is cool. I do like it. It's his own sort of machinations that leads to his end. It's cool.
You should have made a quip. This is not a drill.
How does he not hear the drill coming towards him?
That is true.
It's quite. Oh, okay, fair enough. He does kind of react, and Bond sort of stops him, but.
Give the people what they want.
No, he can just run out the way. Run out the way, and you'll be fine. It is cool though. It is a really cool death. It's a classic sort of Bond situation. 1 minute and counting. It's a ticking clock. That's what I mean. This film doesn't really do anything too unique, really, apart from the whole Paris thing. But what it does do, it does well.
Yeah, like what Bond says in this film, it gives the people what they want.
Gives the people what they want. I swear it's been more than a minute. I swear, When it says T minus 1 minute, I swear it's been about 5 minutes since she said that.
Never
Yeah.
works. Movie countdowns.
Oh, those shots of Waylon under the water do look stunning though, like the lighting seeping through. It's cool. And again, something a deleted scene is that Stamper actually stamps on a guy's head, and that's why he's called Stamper, but it's not in the final cut. Nine.
9. Let's get silly.
Oh god, Stamper does look like Rainier Wolfcastle. Well, that's all I can see now.
Bye, Bond.
Bye, Bond.
We go... In this department, we go by the book. Bye, book. Mendoza!
Up and at them.
Better.
Yeah, these shots with like the golden lighting seeping through, it looks cool. The kiss is just...
Right, would that really work underwater? Because there's no oxygen.
Yeah, it wouldn't really help, would it?
I mean, if Bond's opening his mouth, the water would just go inside him and he'd drown.
It wouldn't help. But whatever, it looks cool.
Yeah. In classic Bond, they hide from the authorities until they're shagged.
I always, when I see these films hide, like when they hide from the authorities, I think, right, well, what then? What are you going to do afterwards? How are you going to get out?
Yeah, if I got out of a life or death situation like that, sex would be the last thing on my mind.
It's like the end...
I'd need serious medical attention.
Yeah. It's like the end of Dr. No, when he detaches the life raft and they're just floating in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the ocean. It's like,
exactly.
How are you going to get out? How it's like...
I mean, in Thunderball, I'm surprised they don't start shagging when they're airlifted by the helicopter.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the end. And we get a dedication to Cubby Broccoli.
In memory of science fact, not fiction.
Yep, so this is Surrender. This is the song that was originally going to be the main title song. And again, it's a cool song. Tomorrow Never Dies was lucky with the songs it got. It's not like the song at the end of GoldenEye, which is awful. And again, it's like it's so painfully obvious that this was the song that was intended because you can hear it so much in the score of the film and everything.
Because it's quite slow and sultry. It reminds me a bit of the Reminds me a bit of The World Is Not Enough
Yeah,
song.
it does. It does remind me of the World Is Not Enough song. It reminds me of like classic Bond songs. Really, it reminds me of it. It seems like something Shirley Bassey could have sung at one point.
Hmm.
I think it is a great song though. It's there are many
Yeah.
fan edits online where they put this song in the title sequence and stuff, and
Hmm.
it's the same thing where I think the Radiohead song that they recorded for Spectre that got rejected is prefer it a hell of a lot to the Sam Smith song.
Hmm. But yeah, as a film, I don't think it's as good as
Yeah,
GoldenEye, but for 2 hours of solid entertainment and gives you what you're expecting for a Bond film, I think it's
that's
great
the
fun.
thing. It's to quote a Bond song. It's a sweet distraction for an hour or two. It's just it's just fun. It's basic. It's not. It isn't trying to be anything more than what it is. It's not too long. It just get
Yeah,
it just
exactly. It's pure
yeah, it's
fun.
just 2 hours long. Gets in, gets out, does what it needs to do. It's got a nice comment on media and how relevant that is today as well. In the today of 1997 and today now, it's
Hmm.
the cool thing of like doing the Bond girl thing with Paris and everything. It's cool. It's definitely one of my comfort ones to go to, just because it is so sort of reliably good.
Yeah, it's probably the one I like to watch the most because
Yeah,
just
yeah, I would agree with you. James Bond will return. Well, everyone, that's the end of the commentary. Next week we will be back with Skyfall. So I hope you've enjoyed the commentary. As always, thank you to Isaac for doing this with me. I will leave the link to Isaac's channel in the description, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.